All right, welcome back. When we left off last, we built a simple little hello world window that we'll bring it up here real quick. You click the push button and it says hello world in the label. In this video, we're going to move that functionality into another class, and we're going to set up signals and slots for communication between them. So the first thing I'm going to do is go up here and right click on my project and select add new. What we want to add is a new C++ class, so you can select C++ here and C++ class here. We'll select choose. We're going to call this class our hello world class. And we're going to make the base class be QObject. So we want to select QObject as our base class, and I'll explain why that is as we move along. And click next. And I'm not going to add this to version control. I'm going to do that separately, and we'll just click finish, and we now have our hello world class. And here it is. Here's the header file, and here's the CPP file. So let's go to the header file and take a look at what we need to do. So this is a QObject type. It's got that same QObject bit in there. That ties it in through the auto generation system, ties it into the whole Qt system. And the first thing we want to do is create a signal. This is a signal that we will send out in order to tell other objects whatever it is that we want to tell. In this case, we're going to call it our hello message, and we're going to send an actual message. So this is going to be a Q string, and we'll just call it message. So another class can connect to this message and connect that hello message to its handler, which would be a slot. So now we'll go public slots, and you can have private and protected slots as well. We'll talk about that later. Signals have to be public. I'm pretty sure, because everything needs to be able to access them. Any outside thing needs to be able to access a signal to connect to it. So the slot that we want to create is very simple. It's going to be called new message, and that's something that an outside signal calls to us and says, basically, give me a new message. Okay, we could call it give me a new message, but I'll just call it new message. So down in hello world.cpp, we need to implement both of those. Or not both of them. Actually, we only need to implement the slot. We don't implement the signal. We're going to use the slot, though. So we're going to say void hello world, and we want that signal or that slot, which is called hello message. Where is it? There it is. Hello message. That's our slot. Or was it new message? New message is the slot. And we're going to emit the hello message, which is the signal. But we've got to give it a message. So what message do we want to give it? Well, we'll give it hello from signal. So that'll be a little different than our regular hello message. All right, let's go back to our main window UI for one thing, and let's move this over a bit and make it a little bit longer. Okay, so we don't run over. All right, let's go to our main window.h file. I'm just glancing at my notes here just to make sure I keep everything straight and I do everything the right way. So you notice here, yeah, slots can be private, like I said. We do need a signal in here. So we'll create a signals. And we're going to call this signal get new message. This is the signal that we're going to hook to the slot on our other class. And we need a slot for our Hello World class's signal to connect to. And this slot, however, yes, this slot can be private. We don't want anybody else calling it or connecting to it. So under private slots, we're going to have a thing called void. We'll call it new message. And it's going to take a Q string called message. So that matches up with the signal on the other side. So far, so good. Let's go to helloworld.cpp, and we've already got our emit message here. Excuse me, we didn't want hello world, we want mainwindow.cpp. We've already got this going on here, but we don't want to do that in the button click. So we're going to move that in a second. Let me take a look at my notes. So we're going to create a, we've got to implement our void main window new message Q string message. And when we get this, that's when we're going to call this. We'll move it up here, except we're not going to say hello world. What we're going to do is say the message. That's what we're going to put in the label, is whatever message comes in from here. And on the click, what we're going to do is emit our get new message signal, which is going to tell the other class that we want a new message. The hello world window, or the hello world class, is going to get this signal telling it that we want a new message. But none of that will work until we connect it all up. Now, when we hooked up the button and we clicked on that new, add, go to the slot, it did all the connections under the hood for us. With our custom signals and slots, we need to do the connections. So we need to go back to our main window header file here, and we're just going to go ahead and create our hello. First of all, before we can do that, we have to include it. Hello world.h, and we'll just call it underscore hello. What did I call it? I called it underscore hello underscore world in my notes. All right. Well, let's go back to our main window CPP file, and here we need to initialize that. So let's go our underscore hello world, and we can parent it to this because we're a main window. We're a legitimate parent for a Q object, so we'll just parent it to this. So now we use connect. Now these Q objects, Q windows, Q objects, and all this other stuff, they have a method in them called connect. And what does connect take? Connect takes several things. It takes a pointer to the object and then a address of the actual signal or slot that you're hooking up. And the way it does this is it's two sets of these parameters, the signal and then the slot. And it goes like this. We're going to start with this, so we're going to talk to our current class. and we need to get the address of our signal, main window, colon, get new message. That's our signal. Okay. Then we need the address of our hello world object. So this is a pointer already. This has to be an address. So we created this as an object within our thing, not as a pointer. So we have to get the address of it with the ampersand. That gives the address of our hello world object. And then we're going to go ampersand hello world, and the one that we want is called new message. So that's that slot. So now when this button click emits get new message signal, that signal will cause this new message slot on our other class to be activated, to be fired, to be called. Now we've got to connect the hello world objects ampersand hello world colon hello message to this ampersand main window new message. And when our other class emits the hello message signal, it will cause it to call our new message slot, which will put the message that we sent from the other class into our little window. And that's all complete. So let's run it and see how it works. So here it is. It says text label, and we click the button and it says hello from signal, which is exactly what we had in our other class as the message coming back from the window. Let's play around a little bit. We're only 12 minutes into this particular video, so let's go back to our hello world.cpp, and let's create. Let's start with our hello world.h, and we'll just create an integer here, and we'll call it state, and we'll go back to hello world.cpp, and let's say switch underscore state let's create a Q string here called message, and we'll go case 0 colon MSG equals hello from signal, just like it was before, and break. And the difference is that we're going to now send MSG. Okay. And so let's go case 1 message equals you clicked again, and break. And case 2 will be message equals oh come on, how many times break. I really wish this IDE would not outdent cases. For some reason, somebody thinks that cases should actually be like this on a switch statement, and I don't like that. I like them here. It's just me. And then we'll go underscore state plus plus, and we'll say that if state is greater than 2, underscore state. I think, did I hit insert or something? I did. underscore state is greater than pseudo underscore state equals 0. And then we'll send the hello message. So let's see what happens here when we click this several times. Okay. What does it not like? Not a signal or a slot declaration. Oh. Yeah. So I had put that accidentally under slots. I usually have a private section at the bottom here, and I just missed that. So yeah, you can only put slot declarations in the slot area. And if you want to do something else, you need to break that by putting a declaration there. So we click it once, we get hello from Signal. We click it again, we get, you clicked again. We click it again, you go, come on, how many times? We didn't have enough room there for it. We click again and it just goes hello from Signal. And so there you see we're getting our little business rule separated from, and you notice this thing, main window .cpp knows nothing about that. It knows nothing about how the message is being generated or what's. It's just saying, I got a button click, get new message. When a new message arrives, it arrives via new message, which sets the text of the text box. And that's all this thing knows about. This get new message could be coming from a database. It could be coming from a database on a server in some other country. It wouldn't know and it wouldn't care as long as it got a new message. So here we are, we're about 17 minutes in. I think that's good for this video. That's signals and slots in a little bit more detail. This is how what we went over with this is, a signal is something that you kind of subscribe to in a way. You say, I want this signal to connect to this code. Very often the code you're connecting to is something you own. It could be something public. In this case, it's a private slot, so it has to be something we own. But there are some things that have public slots that you can connect a signal to. So you could have two objects that know nothing about each other, and you can take the signal from one and connect it to the slot on another one, and those two would start communicating, and they have no knowledge of each other. Your code here would have the knowledge of it. So whatever's doing the connection has to have the knowledge of the objects, but the objects themselves don't have to have knowledge of each other. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.